You can soon buy a $1.5 million home with a down payment as little as $125,000. That's right, the federal government has announced major changes to mortgage rules effective December 15th, 2024. Today, I'm gonna break down what these changes are, what they mean for you as a home buyer or seller, how they'll affect the real estate market, and I'll share some pro tips near the end. Today, we're discussing the new federal mortgage rules set to take effect on December 15, 2024. These updates could impact first-time buyers, new builds, and the overall housing market. Let's dive in. Higher price cap for insured mortgages. First up, the biggest change. The federal government has raised the price cap for insured mortgages from $1 million to $1.5 million. Effective December 15th. Insured mortgages are those putting down less than 20% down. Previously, the maximum insured mortgage was $1 million, which excluded many buyers, especially in big cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and even Calgary. Starting December 15, 2024, the cap increases to $1.5 million, offering buyers a bit more options. What does this mean for buyers? Well, instead of needing $300,000 down payment for a $1.5 million home, you'll only need $125,000 with the insured limits, which is much lower than the previous $300,000. This is a game changer for those trying to enter higher cost markets, making homeownership more within their reach. This could also increase demand, but not for all properties in this price range. So what do I think? Well, here's my guess. We could see an uptick in demand in general, but I think there will be a bigger impact for those properties that have legal basement suites. Why? Because the rental income from the legal basement suite or secondary suite helps offset the debt ratios on their mortgage application. And as a result of that, more buyers can now afford those homes, which means more demand. More demand will lead to either faster sales or higher price, or both. I don't know what the immediate impact will be or how big. And it will be interesting to see how this plays out, at least here in Calgary. Down payment structure remains the same. The government has confirmed that the down payment structure stays the same under the new price cap. So it's going to be 5% down for the first $500,000 and 10% down for the portion between $500,000 and $1.5 million. Again, starting December 15, 2024. Here's why this matters. With a new $1.5 million cap, more homes become accessible without a huge down payment. You can enter the market with significantly less upfront cost, offering a better opportunity for buyers. Here's the caveat though, there will be higher monthly payments. I hope this info so far is valuable to you, and if it is, we would love your support if you took 2 seconds to like this video. And feel free to save the video if you want to reference this info in the future. Expanding 30-year amortizations. Another major change is the extension of the 30-year amortization period for insured mortgages, effective December 15th. This longer period is now available for first-time homebuyers and new builds with less than 20% down payment. Lower monthly payments make managing higher mortgage amounts easier, especially with current interest rates. Who qualifies for 30-year amortizations? Well, number one, it's going to be first-time homebuyers, meaning you've never owned a home before or haven't owned one in the last 4 years. Number two, recent relationship breakdowns. If you've gone through a divorce or a separation, you may still qualify. If you're unsure, contact us in the description below and my mortgage team can help you out. Number three, new builds. Newly constructed homes and condos that have not been previously occupied. This option provides more financial flexibility, especially for younger families or those buying new homes. Why these changes matter. So, why are these changes important and how could they impact you? Well, the goal is to make home ownership more accessible, especially for younger Canadians and those in expensive markets. Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland highlighted that the government aims to give Canadians a leg up in the housing market. Key takeaways. Higher price caps allow you to afford more house with less upfront cash. Longer amortizations mean lower monthly payments, which is beneficial with today's higher interest rates. These changes are especially valuable in markets where higher prices have kept many people out. More Canadians can now afford homes that were previously out of reach. Is it worth jumping in now? Well, if you've been eyeing the 1 million to 1.5 million market, but the down payment was a little too high, now is the time to get your ducks in a row so you can buy a home on or after December 15, 2024. However, be prepared for potentially more competition. For those with budgets under 1 million, the longer amortization makes buying a little bit more appealing. Plus, you can always pay down your mortgage over time, shortening your amortization. How this will affect the housing market. So these changes are expected to increase demand gradually once they take effect. Here's why. Raising the insured mortgage cap from 1 million to 1.5 million opens up the single-family home market to more buyers, especially in urban centers. Introducing 30-year amortizations increases purchasing power by about 10%, similar to a 0.90 mortgage rate cut. A significant boost. However, more buyers with access to higher loan amounts and longer or amortizations could drive up demand, potentially pushing home prices up in certain areas. There's also a risk that with longer amortizations and lower down payments, buyers might take on more debt that they can handle if interest rates rise again. But if the market stabilizes, these changes could strengthen the housing market by next year. What does this mean for sellers? Sellers, this shift impacts you too. With the price cap for insured mortgages increasing to 1.5 million, you could see more interest from buyers who previously couldn't afford your property. This is especially true in prime Calgary neighborhoods where home prices are around this range. More buyers means faster sales, and if you're in an area with low inventory, you have to be careful with that. If you're thinking about selling, work with a real estate professional who can analyze your community's trends over the last decade and make educated decisions on when to sell in 2025. We're already helping some sellers with this. Actually, I'll share these off-market properties with you in case any of you guys are looking for this. The first is a completely renovated, over $200,000 in renovations, modern 3,000 square foot in Christie Park that backs onto a park with a walkout basement, and it has a sauna. This is gonna be less than 1.5 million. The second is a 1,100 square foot bi-level home with a walkout basement in Scenic Acres in the Northwest. Type the word home in the comments and we will send you a link to contact us so we can send you the information. Pro tip, leveraging legal secondary suites. Here's a pro tip for homeowners to take advantage of these mortgage rule changes. Add a legal secondary suite to your property. Secondary suites can boost your income by providing rental income, helping you pay down your mortgage faster. With Calgary's favorable regulations, legal suites are a great way to increase your property's value while keeping costs low. Bonus tip, when selling, having a legal basement suite Sorry, this is just as painful for me. Bonus tip, when selling, having a legal basement suite could attract more buyers because the rental income can help them qualify for a larger mortgage, making your home more desirable. Now, I want to be very clear, not all buyers will value a secondary suite, so make sure you talk to us and we can give you some guidance. Again, link to contact us in the description below. So, will these changes make homeownership more accessible? Absolutely. But they also bring some new challenges, potentially more competition, longer payments, and the potential for higher interest costs over time. My advice, work with the mortgage broker to explore your options and get pre-approved before the new rules take into effect on December 15th, 2024. If you've been thinking about buying a home, especially in Calgary, this could be a good opportunity. If you want to see a video on legalizing a basement suite, check out this video up here. My name is Felix Chan, Calgary Realtor and Mortgage Broker with the Live Inner City Real Estate team powered by Real Broker, and we'll see you in a few seconds.